The following is a special presentation of WBEC 13 News.
Taco Bell is once again proud to be part of this holiday salute. During this holiday season, please take time to remember our men and women in uniform out there defending our great country. Taco Bell is made up of active duty military, veterans, and their family members. Hopefully this show helps brings all of their well wishes and love from their family to our heroes miles away from home. Please enjoy the show.
The CVN 79 team at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding would like to wish you a safe and happy holiday season.
Happy holidays!
Hello, I'm Matt Mulherron, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to a holiday salute. Joining me are members of our environmental health and safety team who work hard to ensure we have a safe and healthy work environment. They represent 20,000 shipbuilders here in Newport News who build the greatest ships in the world. We're here to wish the men and women serving in the armed forces and your families a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to our country. Happy holidays!
Warm wishes for the holidays from the crew of the Virginia-class submarine California.
And the shipbuilders of Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding.
Happy holidays!
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Joe Flanagan. Once again this holiday season, thousands of Hampton Roads military personnel are away on long and lonely holiday deployments. In the next half hour, we'll do our best to bring them a little bit closer to their loved ones here at home. This marks our 25th anniversary program, and we may take a little trip down memory lane this year. But we begin with Mike Gooding at Fort Eustis. Mike?
Well, Joe, the Army soldiers up here at Fort Eustis 7th Sustainment Brigade getting ready to deploy once again this holiday season. This year it is the members of the 53rd Movement Control Battalion. They're preparing to go to Iraq.
Make it all match. Let's rock and roll.
It's an important mission that lies ahead, ensuring the orderly and safe drawdown of U.S. forces in Iraq. It falls to the Fort Eustis-based 53rd Movement Control Battalion to make it so.
Being a part of this drawdown, making sure everybody get out, it's a very prideful thing. It's a very humbling experience. Not everybody get to do this. You know, being able to be one of the few to volunteer, to be in the military, to take on this mission is more than an honor. It's a privilege.
For some of these soldiers, this will be the first time going forward. For others, it'll be their umpteenth deployment. All say they're excited and ready to go, and to go help bring the Iraq War chapter in American history to a close. After 7.5 years and more than 4,400 U.S. deaths, the end is finally near for combat operations in Iraq. And the 53rd Movement Control Team, who spent this day doing Humvee inventory, will make it happen.
I'm excited. Very excited. I'm ready to go, to get the experience and just do what I can to help our country out, just to, have a great, successful deployment.
It's certainly a pleasure to go do my job as a soldier over there. Unfortunately, I have to leave my family for a year, so that's definitely a difficult thing. But the way I look at it, if I'm not doing it, who else is going to do it?
Soon enough, they will be marching off to war. They'll be home this year for the holidays, but gone completely in 2011, helping bring the rest of U.S. forces home.
This is my third deployment, and I've seen a lot of changes in Iraq. It's a good feeling to know that it's all coming to an end now, and that we'll return home safely. And then we were there actually when it started, and now we're going to be closing it out, so it's a good thing.
Being away isn't easy, but modern technology helps.
Upon my third deployment, I've learned how to cope with the distance from my family, and the internet has things like Skype and Uvu, and I actually get a chance to look at my family and talk to them daily, so it's not that bad, and it gives you a chance to appreciate your loved ones in your life. Definitely.
I think we're going to be like a big part of history because this war has been going on a long time. So we're finally moving out. So that's a good thing. It really is. I'm happy to be a part of that.
Of course, you're going to be away from home, and everyone besides your teammates here, everyone you know and love back home, you're going to be leaving them and going over to a place that isn't without some element of danger. How tough is that part?
It's a little tough, but it won't be permanent, and I'll be back and they'll be here. So I'll make it through that.
So that part's okay with you?
It's okay.
Well, 'cause
I mean, of course I don't want to leave my family, but that's part of my job. So, I don't know, I'll take it day by day and make it work.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. This is what they trained us for, so I'm going to go to do what they trained me to do.
And that's why you're a soldier. I mean, that's why
Yes.
you decided to join the Army in the first place, right? Is
Yes,
to
sir.
go do good stuff. And so is it exciting that way?
A little exciting because I've never been to Iraq, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, I'd say a little exciting, a little nerve-wracking, but it's all right.
For the sailors and Marines serving in the U.S. Navy, the saddest day is always deployment day. Sad for them and sad for their families.
Love you! Hey!
When the Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer USS Mahan headed out on a single-ship deployment Sunday, November 7th, it wasn't easy.
Well, it's always hard, but I mean, it's something that has to be done.
On board, all thoughts turned to family as sailors in the Combat Information Center pondered the holidays away from home.
This time I have 3 children. My son his name is Caleb. He's 9 years old. My daughter Emma, she's 5, and I have another son, Hunter. He's 3, and that's probably going to hit him pretty hard. And this is my first Christmas gone, so you got to do what you got to do, though.
This is Brock, my husband. We've been married for 9 years. This is my oldest son, Trent. He's 8. These guys are twins, and he is Connor, and this is Caleb, and they're 4.
Leslie Davidson is the corpsman and has been in the Navy 6.5 years. This Christmas, she is missing her husband and 3 boys, but does have some help on the home front.
Well, we actually have a guy that lives with us, a male nanny, a manny, and he picks up the kids from school, takes them to school, cooks for them, and helps my husband around the house. So,
Damage Controlman Cynthia Silva will be missing her parents, but has a great attitude about holiday deployments.
I mean, just remember that, we're all it's not like it's just I'm the only one that's being away from my family during Christmas. Everybody's, away from the family as well, so we're all going through the same thing.
They sail into harm's way under the leadership of their CO, Commander Kurt Monlack. He's been in the Navy nearly 20 years now and knows well how these missions have changed.
Well, it's just the mission has changed. I think, when I first came in as a midshipman back in 1988, the Cold War was just kind of starting to wrap up at that point. And then there was a period of, I think, somewhat relative peace in there. And then, we've certainly encountered new threats now, and the world has changed a lot. So I don't know that it's any more stressful or any less stressful, but it's just different now.
And XO Michael Davies totally agreed.
I don't think there's more stress. I think the stress is maybe different, but the stress of deploying is ever since I deployed from 96 on, there's stress involved. But we manage the stress.
One area where stress needs to be managed is here in the CIC, or Combat Information Center.
My job is to track surface contacts and to plot the ship position.
This is the hub of the ship's defense, where they can ward off threats from a number of areas.
We have our air defense side. We also have underwater for underwater threats, and we also have our surface side.
Day in and day out, these sailors are on the lookout.
We had a lot of noise coming in under the water, so when we're down here standing watch, our screens show, it's hard to explain, but it looks like a waterfall effect, and you get a lot of noise under the water.
The Mahan crew eats well, and especially on Christmas, their culinary specialists will churn and burn. What a lineup.
Christmas this year will be a roasted turkey, spiral ham, bread dressing, potato salad, fresh tossed salad, a full salad bar, extra condiments, candy, cranberry sauce, shrimp cocktail.
They make over 900 meals a day, but on Christmas it has to be extra special, according to Monger.
It builds up the whole morale of the crew. It's just at least to have that one typical meal with your family besides your other family, because on the ship we're all family together once we get deployed.
And whatever you do, don't forget to have plenty of soda in the ship store for the sailors who have to stand watch.
Oh yeah, it is. Very bad thing. Keeps them up on watch. Energy drinks and water.
Now, we couldn't let these crewmen of the USS Mahan go without giving them a chance to pass along holiday greetings to their families.
I'd like to say hey to my wonderful wife, Mary Beth, and to my son, Caleb, my daughter, Emma, and my other son, Hunter. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I'm sorry that I have to miss it, but I love you, and I'm always thinking about you, and I can't wait to see you when I get back.
From the Hand Engineers, happy holidays, Hampton Roads.
I'm wishing my family, Lysandra Munger, and my kids, Tre'vell, Anna, and Dallas, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Brock, Trent, Caleb, Connor, I just want to tell you that I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays. And Mommy misses you.
Happy holidays to my wife, Amy Jo, and my two girls, Ashley and Sarah. Happy holidays. I wish I could be home, but I know you guys will understand and continue to enjoy the holidays while we're out here doing our mission. I'd also like to extend happy holidays to the friends and family of Mahan back in Hampton Roads.
Yeah, to families of USS Mahan and my wife Brittany, just have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
From USS Mahan, happy holidays, Hampton Roads.
I think it's very motivating to come out here and help for Toys for Tots.
For the last 15 years, Gunnery Sergeant Michael Marion Petrie has been part of the Marines' Toys for Tots program. While the products he's working with are a little different from what he normally deals with, he says the job is pretty similar.
I do logistics, so to come in here and for Marines to organize stuff is pretty easy. You know, we break it up by age groups, separate toys, boys, girls, and once you get the flow of it, it's pretty easy. It's just time consuming with toys always coming in, mixed and matched and stuff like that to separate and reorganize, get ready for the distribution.
They do this not for the recognition, but for the final reward.
We're just here to work and get the toys out.
For Gunnery Sergeant William Lee, that reward of getting these toys into the hands of children brings back warm childhood memories.
I grew up on programs like this. I was from a very small family in central Illinois, and raised by my grandparents, so they passed. So being able to give back with this kind of program is rewarding to me because it reminds me of how I grew up.
That's why the hard work these Marines put in at the Salvation Army's Christmas Depot getting these toys ready is such a labor of love.
We usually have a couple units supporting us, but they've been deployed, so they're gone, so it's just us.
48 active duty Marines from Marine Control Squadron, or MAX 24, doing anything and everything needed to get the job done.
We've got Marines in locations all weekend, any weather, stand in front of barrels. You go to any Toys R Us, any Disney store, you'll see Marines in blue standing in front of buckets. We've got Marines doing concerts, hockey games, you name it, we're there. Church events, private birthday parties where we've been requested a presence. So they're everywhere other than just this warehouse.
And the Marines say all that hard work will be worth it when these toys get into the hands of a child on Christmas morning. While these Marines working at Toys for Tots will be able to be home with their families this holiday season, they know what it's like to have to spend the holiday away from home, protecting our country.
Did 2 tours in Iraq, and I was just a couple months shy of 3 Christmases over there.
And their hearts and their gratitude go out to the men and women who are deployed this Christmas.
I know how those Marines feel and sailors and other service members overseas during the time of holidays, and it can be quite heart-wrenching, you know, to not be home with the family.
That's another reason why these Marines want to make sure the job they do with Toys for Tots is a good one, because they know a lot of people overseas and right here in Hampton Roads are counting on them.
Deployments can be very difficult for children, especially during the holidays. Local Navy installations are helping to ease that transition right now. Tonight, we talk about the importance of consistency and honesty in the conversations with these kids.
Karen Marie's children have to do their homework right when they get home from school, whether Daddy is deployed or not. It's part of their deployment survival.
And have the security and being consistent with school and work, and definitely communication.
That consistency is one of the important tools in keeping the kids' mental health in check. A study just released by the Journal of Pediatrics studied 642,000 children from 2006 to 2007. All were children of active military. 45% of the doctor's visits were ADHD, ADD, or autism related, and their visits increased by 11% during deployment. Chriselle Edmondson with the Navy's Fleet and Family Services has a 19-year-old daughter with ADHD and understands the stress.
Every time my husband deployed, her grades dropped.
She recommends reaching out to one of the Navy's free programs.
If the family members do find that challenges of military lifestyle or deployment tend to be overwhelming, they can contact any Fleet and Family Support Center. We do offer free counseling.
After 15 years of deployments, Karen Marie has taught her kids that Dad is always around, and modern technology helps.
Still having Dad a part of the conversation, praying for him, making him feel like he's here.
Taylor even Skypes with her dad for help with homework.
Me and my dad did a poem over Skype.
And this year, Christmas will be over Skype too.
I kind of understand it.
It's part of his job, right?
Yeah. Then after a while, you get used to it.
Hi, we're the Campbell family stationed in Misawa Air Base. We'd like to wish everybody a happy holidays. Nana, Pop-Pop, Papa, Grandma, Grandma and Grandpa Muscle, Uncle Jerry, Auntie Mel, Uncle Nick and Kaylee, and all our friends and family at Hampton Roads. We miss you. Happy holidays.
Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Anthony Warfield from the Misawa Air Base. I want to send a message to my great fiancée, Sarah Whitesell, my lovely mom, Pauline Warfield, my sister, Lucia Warfield from Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Virginia. I just want to say happy holidays, have a great New Year's, and just can't wait to see you all in January.
Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Charlene Chambly, stationed at Osan Air Base, Korea. I'd like to say a happy holidays to the Chambly family in Suffolk, Virginia. Happy holidays!
These holiday salutes used to be called Navy Christmas. In 1986, the Kennedy Battle Group was sailing the typical Med cruise. Liberty meant Naples, Italy. A city visited so often by U.S. Navy personnel, it could be called the Norfolk of Europe. By the way, the singing you hear was not produced in a studio. We stumbled across a group of warehouse workers who broke into a spontaneous Italian lullaby. Not bad, eh? I feel like Karnak.
Comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane.
That first year, we were introduced to this special holiday spirit at sea. Did someone say punchy? Remember the name John Wesley? He worked on these shows in 1986 and again in 1987. And then there was Laura Taylor. She helped produce shows in 1988 and in 1989 when sailors off the Donald B. Berry visited a special orphanage in Haifa, Israel.
The Berry sailors are welcomed to a Sabbath dinner with a song of peace. The dinner, the music, the singing, and the dancing brought many of the sailors closer to their own children, at home without Dad at Christmas, and made everybody feel this was no ordinary port visit.
1990 was Operation Desert Shield, the first of many visits to the Persian Gulf. Photographer John Aiken gave us his heart and soul in pictures like these for 3 years.
Hello, welcome.
The next year, the Eisenhower Battle Group was on Christmas deployment, and port calls meant Manama, Bahrain. Recent years for our holiday salute have involved world events since 9/11, as Hampton Roads military personnel answer the call to duty time and again. Mike Gooding brought viewers to the front lines in Iraq and took a look at efforts to keep the peace in the Horn of Africa. The 21st century has also been all about homeland security. David Allen and Sandra Parker have shown us the good work of the United States Coast Guard, keeping everyone on the home front safe and sound. The Sunliners of VFA 81, based at Naval Air Station Oceana, are gone this holiday season, deployed aboard the West Coast aircraft carrier Carl Vinson on a combat mission to the Middle East.
Right now, there's a stability mission going on in Afghanistan, and we will likely be called, if we go into that theater, to do what's called close air support. And that is kind of a direct support to our troops on the ground.
12 FA-18 Echoes and about 200 personnel shipped out in November.
Our spouses have to understand that it's a difficult mission. We're going to be gone a long time, and they have to take care of things while we're gone. And, you know, you just have to tell them as best you can via emails or letters that, hey, you still think about them, you care about them, and you appreciate what they're doing back home.
For some of the aviators, it will be the first time on a combat mission.
I do feel like we're all really ready for this, and we've all prepared a lot to go over there.
but it will be that first day, so I won't know until my first time.
I think all the training and preparation, our squadron and all the training squadrons that I've been through before, all that experience is going to help me out in the long run. I think it's going to prepare me well, hopefully for myself and the rest of the guys here in the squadron.
When I joined the Navy, I had no idea what I was getting into, but I have not regret any moment of it.
Maintenance Administrator Shara Polk has a husband on a holiday deployment, too.
By the time we see each other again, it will be 11 months, because he left in September, and I'll be leaving here soon. He gets back in March, and I get back in June, so yes, tough.
Nobody knows better what long and lonely holiday deployments are like than the CAG of Carrier Air Wing 17. Captain Rick LaBranche has been there, done that when it comes to holiday deployments.
And in this particular case, we know we'll be heading to the Middle East and working operations in Afghanistan, and amongst many other things.
He talked to us about the first-timers on this deployment.
I worry about, or I think about, or I concern myself about the holidays, because they don't know what to expect. It seems like a daunting challenge to be away for 6 months at a time. How long I'm going to be gone, what holidays and birthdays I'm going to miss, and I try to preload, buy all my cards ahead of time, buy all my presents ahead of time, that kind of stuff, so that my family still knows that I'm thinking about them at that time.
The Sunliners have really been under the gun, too. With the training and the up-tempo to get everything to San Diego to deploy with the Carl Vinson. The stress can get to you.
I think it does at times, the push to get these things up and operational and then keeping everybody well rested when sometimes it can be a little brutal.
Chief Orozco has been on 4 holiday deployments and speaks from experience.
You kind of throw yourself into work a lot of times and make the days go by a little faster and communicate as much as you can, whether it's by phone, payphone nowadays, and the email. That kind of helps a lot.
We had to give these Sunliners a chance to pass along holiday wishes to their families.
Jessica, Chase, and Brooke, I love you all very much. I miss you. I wish I was there to wish you a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. I'll be thinking about you, and you enjoy your Christmas. Love you.
Well, Chantel, Caden, I love you very much. I wish I was there with you, and I'll be home soon. Just keep it together. I'll be home soon.
I want to say happy holidays to my family. I love you guys. I miss you, and have a good time. Be good for Santa. Hopefully you'll get lots of toys. I love you.
Angela, Bella, and the rest of my family, thank you very much for supporting us and everything that we do here. We wish you well and have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and hope that we're here back soon with you guys and can't wait to see you again. Thank you and we love you.
Happy holidays to everyone, my family, my extended family in Virginia Beach, my wife's family, and all the families who are separated from their loved ones at this time. You should know that your significant others are doing great work, and it's necessary work, and it's going to help keep the peace. And your sacrifice is duly noted, and we thank you very much for it.
The students at Windsor Woods Elementary School in Virginia Beach are excited about the holidays, and one way they're celebrating is by making Christmas cards for our troops. But for volunteer Jennifer Blaze, the event is bittersweet.
I can't even listen to them read most of them because it makes me tear up a little bit.
Sorry you can't come home for the holidays, but thank you for protecting us though. I'm sorry you're not able to be with your family for the holidays.
That's because Blaze's husband, who's in the Navy, is deployed to South Korea.
This is our first Christmas without him. He's always been gone in the summer, so it's a little bit hard on the kids, a little different.
But she knows getting these cards from children who appreciate the work they're doing and the sacrifice they're making will mean the world to the troops who receive them.
I was in the Navy, so I know exactly how it's going to feel when they get them. I think some of these big soldiers are going to be crying and tearing up a little bit themselves because they're some really heartfelt messages from these kids.
Happy holidays. Thank you for protecting our country.
The hope is when troops get these cards that when they read the sentiment inside, it'll make being away from family a little easier this holiday.
Happy holidays. Thank you for protecting our country and fighting for our freedoms. I will be like you and be a soldier when I grow up. Stay safe. Love, Connor.
For 8-year-old Connor Malone, those words mean a lot. His mother is also deployed this holiday, and he won't get to see her until February. But he has a special message just for her.
I hope Santa brings you some good presents to you, and I miss you.
You can sense the pride these students take in the work they put into these cards. That's because many of them are from military families, like 6-year-old Mackenzie Clapp, whose father is a Navy lieutenant.
I'm always proud of my dad. And when he got his first badge, I was like, yay, Daddy's got a first badge.
She's happy her daddy will be home this holiday, but she knows what it's like when he's not.
I always want my dad to be safe when he works in the Navy for long trips.
The idea of making these cards at school was Betty Dulanaka's. She's the reading specialist, and her husband is retired Navy.
Education is not just in a classroom. It's learning to care about other people that are far away and the sacrifices people make. That's global learning.
And heartfelt gratitude and appreciation from some of our youngest citizens.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
All of us at WVEC TV are proud to be a part of this annual holiday salute, now 25 years and going strong. And the message has always been the same for the military in Hampton Roads. Thank you for your service, and Merry Christmas. I'm Joe Flanagan.
We hope that this year's holiday salute was able to shorten the distance from the military far away and their loved ones here in Hampton Roads. At Taco Bell, we are wishing for a peaceful and prosperous new year for all. Our thoughts and prayers are with our men and women in uniform, wherever they are, defending our freedom. We appreciate and salute you, our heroes. On behalf of the Taco Bell family, we would like to wish you a safe and joyous holiday.
Warm wishes for the holidays from the shipbuilders of the aircraft carrier Gerald R. Ford at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding.
Season greetings.
Best wishes for a happy holiday season from Contracts and Pricing at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding.
Happy holidays.
Best wishes for a happy holiday season from the veterans at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding.
Season greetings.
The Transportation Department at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding would like to wish you a safe and happy holiday season.
Happy